Alright, we got two more reaction videos to go, and then that's it. This time we're reacting to Haunted Savannah Theaters Tours, and it's for ParaCouple Vlogs 33 by my good friend of mine, Cody and Satori. Cody and Satori, I apologize if I ever miss out on it because I was taking a break, and I get so very exhausted. I know I've been missing out on it for the paranormal investigation Tuesday, and I don't know, man. But don't worry, like I said, I won't get left behind. Don't I'm gonna try my best to catch up if I can. So yeah, but don't worry, it won't happen again. I just know this because like I said, I was taking a break for it. So yeah, but yeah, man. Right now, yes, in case you haven't noticed, I was at Georgia since last time on, I believe it's happened on June. Yeah, I think it's on. I think it's happened on June, and it's my first time ever, travel, and I haven't been to Atlanta or Savannah. Just in case, we might go back there once again soon, and I know it's gonna be a lot of fun. But right now, I want to travel more often because I want to go to Orlando, Florida, to go to the Universal Horror Nights, and it was actually gonna be cool there for me and my mom. Hopefully, it might happen because it's gonna be super fun, and I just can't wait. So yeah, but I might go back there once again because I want to take a look at the Savannah. Cause I know it's like abandoned cities, and along with Atlanta as well. Cause it's actually a good place for there. So yeah, let me know, man. You want me to go back there once again? Cause I guessing it could happen for like next year. I hope so, but we'll have to see. I was thinking I might go travel back in Georgia. Let's say I want to say it happens on autumns or winter. Oh, that'd be so cool. Cause now that I think about it, yeah, hopefully I might go back for there on either autumns or probably winter. We'll have to see. That'd be so cool. But yeah, so let's check it out in five, four, three, two. All right.
Hey, it's Cody.
And it's Satori.
And welcome back to another video. We are coming to you from Savannah, Georgia. And more specifically, we are in the spot, if anyone's seen the movie Forrest Gump with Tom Hanks,
Oh, yeah.
we are in the spot where the bench was. That's kind of like a whole centerpiece of the movie. So you may notice these buildings behind me. That's where like the feather comes floating down. So cool. I love movie locations. So we had to film the opening here. So in this video, we were passing through town here, and we were invited by our good friends Micah and Courtney. We actually met them at the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash, and they invited us to come down. They said if we're ever in the area, let them know. So we let them know, and they invited us to come check out the old Savannah Theater. And they gave us a little tour.
They did, so get ready to watch that. Also, stay tuned because we might be doing an investigation with them in the future.
All right.
So let us know your thoughts in the comments.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
All right, so thank you so much for being here with us. Just for our viewers' sake, can you say your names and the team that you run?
Of course. My name's Courtney Knight.
And my name is Micah Watkins.
And just us two, we're Ghost Coast Paranormal.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for giving us the ability to come here and check out this amazing theater. It's already gorgeous from what I can see. Would it be all right if you guys walk us around, tell us some stories, some claims, some history?
Absolutely.
We
Let's
would
go.
love to.
All right.
All right, so you guys, if you know nothing about this place is super cool, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
This place has been here forever. And when I say that, I'm talking about 60 years after the country was founded.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Definitely
crazy.
crazy.
So this place has been open since 1818, you guys. This is a who's treasure trove of anybody and everybody that had anything to do with the arts. This was singers, actors, actresses. This was everybody. This was, well, look here. We have Edwin Booth, Julia Marlowe, Oscar Wilde, Tyrone Power, Henry Irving. Some people would say that Henry Irving is the basis for Dracula.
Yeah.
And yes, we have had Bram Stoker inside the building.
Wow.
For sure.
That's cool in itself.
Yep, and then Miss Juliette Gordon-Low, the founder of the Girl Scouts. She lived right here in town. Yep, and then this was her playhouse. So this is where she was an actress, and this is where she performed at. We have people like the Barrymores, Ty Cobb, the baseball great, Charles Coburn, and I'll let you know a little bit more about Charles Coburn here in just a second. Will Rogers. I mean, this place was it. This was anything that was going on in the South. This is where it was happening at. You guys come in and check this out. We have Edwin Booth that has performed here. Of course, that's John Wilkes Booth's brother. And they fell on two separate sides of the fences, where you have John Wilkes was more a fly by the seat of your pants type of an actor. Then you had Edwin Booth, which was the more experienced, I would say, more well-learned Shakespearean actor.
Okay.
Right? So they kind of, you had John Wilkes that was
Opposites,
kind of
yeah.
like, woo, you know, and then you kind of had Edwin, which was very proper.
Yeah.
And of course, we know what happened with John Wilkes.
Yes.
You know, he assassinated President Lincoln in the Ford Theater. And the reason he even made it up to that balcony was because he was an actor.
Okay.
Me and you wouldn't have been able to make it up there. Well, maybe you guys, but not me, right? But this was a spot for people that that knew the theater and were, you know, the only reason he made it up there is because he was famous, is essentially what my point is.
Okay.
And but you guys, of course, after he assassinated the president, that really destroyed Edwin's career. Of course, that put a big black. I mean, that's what we do today, right?
Yeah.
It's all about the cancel.
Yeah.
Right, so
Yeah.
the whole family would have been canceled basically back then, and of course he doesn't come back for about 15 years, 20 years, and it just never was the same. It never was the hit. But you guys, all three of them gentlemen, have performed on that stage right behind me.
Oh my gosh.
Miss Lillian Russell, one of the best voices in the world. She was an operatic singer. She comes from Europe, and she's performed for royalty, famous folks, all kinds. Her resume is crazy.
Yeah.
And the more macabre thing that actually happened in her life, it kind of, and it still happens today. I mean, it happens every day, where we can be riding high one day, and then the next day, due to unforeseen circumstances, we are not in that same spot.
Mm-hmm.
She actually had her baby daughter, who was killed by her mother
Oh.
by trying to put a safety pin onto the diaper of her child, and it supposedly pierced her abdomen, and Lillian lost her daughter.
Oh no.
So of course that destroys everything.
Yeah.
And we have W.C. Fields, who's performed in about 30 different movies, full-length featured films. If you've ever seen like The Three Stooges, of course,
Yeah.
this is the slapstick comedian of the time. From the 30s to the 50s, this was the man. If we were looking to laugh, this is who we came to see. And yes, you guys, both these people have performed right here in the theater. And then of course, Charles Coburn right behind you guys. Charles Coburn, he is like, to me, he is the essence of this building. He is the spirit of this building, you guys. If you don't know anything about Charles Coburn, he actually played in like Gentlemen Prefer Blondes with Marilyn Monroe.
Oh wow.
Right? So he's done probably about 70 movies, bit part acting, and full-length featured films as well. But you guys, at 10 years old, he's a Savannah native.
Okay.
So he was born right here in Savannah. He comes in here at 10 years old to see a show with his parents. He walks out through the lobby. He asked, kind of jokingly, asked for a job. And they not so jokingly gave him one at 10 years old. Cody, I don't know what you were doing at 10 years old. I was blowing stuff up in the backyard with like a bottle of Aquanet and a lighter.
Yeah.
I was crazy. But this gentleman at 10 years old starts to work here as an usher.
Wow.
So he would look at your ticket, and then he would sit you in your seat at 10 years old. You guys, he works here for 7 years and becomes manager of this building.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Isn't that nuts?
10
That's a
years
lot
old.
that's a lot of clout.
Yeah.
At 17 years old to be running the biggest playhouse in the South would have been something phenomenal. And even more so, you guys, the more phenomenal thing is people that we just spoke about on these walls.
Yeah.
These are the people that he let into the doors.
Wow. That's cool.
So he would have
bragging rights.
Yeah, that's total bragging rights, right? I mean, he would have opened the door for the Barrymores.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Right, so we know that Drew Barrymore comes from a long line of actors and actresses, and this is just one of them. This is her great uncle Lionel Barrymore. We can see it in the eyes and the jawline.
You can actually see the relation.
You really can. And his brother John, weirdly enough, does not look like Lionel.
Yeah.
And there's a different jawline to it, and you're kind of like, I wonder where he came from in the family. But John and Lionel are, of course, actors, and they've been in a ton of stuff. And we've heard about that long line of actors and actresses. And you guys, we have been a playhouse for that long line of actors and actresses in this building.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it's super cool. This is one of my favorite pictures, you guys. Mr. Eddie Foy Jr. and Miss Bessie Love.
Wow.
1890s. He has a jazz hand bow tie going on.
I was gonna say,
right?
that's pretty magnificent.
But, hold on, Satori, even more so. What is Miss Bessie wearing?
I know.
Isn't this
pretty scandalous for that time period?
You say scandalous, I say gorgeous.
It's gorgeous, but you wouldn't usually see a woman wearing that at the time. She looks pretty good.
She looks great.
Yeah.
She looks great. And this was something, typically if you saw somebody dressed like this on stage, right? You didn't go on the street like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You would change before you went back out, right? Because it was still even kind of taboo to kind of dress like this. But this is what becomes popular, Satori. This is it.
It's been like that for years now, though. You still see it today.
Today,
where there's artists wearing
certain things, less,
yeah.
right? And then you see people on Friday night downtown Savannah wearing the same damn thing, right? Right? So this is what becomes popular. And of course, down here in Savannah, at 97 degrees and 100% humidity, why would I want to wear a corset and a dress down to my ankles and sleeves down to the wrists when I could be wearing a cocktail dress that looks like this?
Yeah.
So not only would we have spoken about it at work next week, but you've wanted this.
Yeah.
This is what became popular, and it does. It transitions into, we know them as the Flapper Girls.
Yeah.
Right? They're the girls that kind of were loose and wild, right?
Right.
They were having the most fun, I think.
Yeah.
They were just liberating themselves. Women, because come on, since the beginning of time, women have been fighting for their own rights.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So this is a time where women can don a different type of clothing, feel a little bit more liberated, feel comfortable in their own skin.
Well, she looks very happy.
Well, look at the smile.
Mm-hmm.
In the 1800s, when we came here, you guys, it was a different scene. Like, we literally would jump up out of our seats and we would hiss at the villain. And we would hooray for the heroes, right? Like, we would get all crazy and we would have a dope time.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have anything else.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta remember in 1818 when this place was built, we wouldn't see electricity for another 70 years.
That's crazy.
That's amazing.
The first time we could flip a switch in this building, of course, was in 1894. But those smiles between Bessie Love and a young Eddie Foy Jr., very handsome gentleman as well on that picture. This was it. This would have, those smiles on stage would have, we would have felt it, Satori. If we were sitting here and we were sitting next to each other becoming fast friends, we would have been like, oh my God, it looks real.
Mm-hmm.
You yourself would probably go, they look like they're really in love.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, it translated to the crowd.
I'm just taking this all in. And this is just magnificent.
Isn't it beautiful?
This is beautiful.
And now we're not the oldest theater in the United States.
No.
I can't take that torch, right? But you guys, the only theater that existed before this one was the Walnut Street Theater in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys have ever been there or not. I have
We haven't.
not. I have not myself, and I would really like to go
I
there
might
one day.
visit there.
But it opened up in 1808. We opened up in 1818. Now, the Walnut Street Theater has become other things. Through history, they have lost their accreditation in certain parts of time, which did catapult us with the torch of something,
Yeah.
which is the longest continually operating theater in the United States.
Wow. This is it.
Yeah.
That
Welcome
is
to
cool.
the Historic Savannah
That's
Theater, you guys.
cool.
That is so cool.
That's cool.
Now, of course, there's been devastation and things have happened in this building, right? It has. We are no stranger to tragedy. We burnt down 3 times.
Really?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, we have stage that has caught fire. And Of course, one of our ghost stories in the building is Miss Elizabeth, which she was trapped underneath the stage during during a stage fire in 1828.
Oh, wow.
So her and 4 other folks had lost their lives in the dressing rooms that were actually located underneath the stage itself. And the reason why this kicked off is because back in the day, when we couldn't flip a switch, we lit this place by candle. So we had these boxes that were called kick lighting, and we put candles in there and we light the wigs. Now, you know that 4 candles is not going to light that whole stage.
Yeah.
It's going to take a group of them, right? So they would go all the way from stage left, swooping all over to stage right, and these were all lit boxes with candles. And somebody kicked one of those boxes over one night, which created a stage fire. Back then, there's no emergency exits. The only entrance and exit to the actual dressing rooms underneath the stage was a stage right, where there was some staircase, a little staircase that went down. Ladies had a long hallway across the back. Stage left had the girls' dressing room. Stage right had the gentlemen's dressing room. There was a green room right in the middle. And they got stuck down there. We have 2 gentlemen that were changing, Elizabeth, and the 2 girls that were dressing her at the time, all were trapped underneath the stage, and this has become the house ghost story, right? So for almost 200 years, we've been telling this story about Elizabeth, because this is who people saw.
Wow.
Do you know when the most recent fire was?
1948.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so if you guys look at the outside of the building when you guys walked up, we have this beautiful 1950s Art Deco design on the outside of the building, and that's the most recent complete renovation of the building.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you though, because the walls are still from 1818.
Huh. Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was going to say, were there areas that were untouched, like able to be reconstructed?
Yeah. So there was portions of this wall and this wall that had ended up falling during the last 48 fire, but they just patched those up. Now, essentially what we're working with is still the same walls from 1818. The very back wall, we're going to walk up here in just a minute, we're going to touch it.
Wow.
And it is from 1818.
Oh, wow.
It's still intact. It's the most intact wall that we have had in here in the theater, and it's never been touched. Of course, we're not going to touch it. It's there, right? And that 1948 fire was also a scene of a trampling of an 8-year-old in the building. His father had passed, and he had passed due to a trampling. His dad was trying to save him on the 2nd floor. At this point in time, we were the only theater in the South to let people of color into their building to see a show, and this was as of the mid-40s, which was not typical in the South, not at all. Right, but we still did it. We allowed people to come here during the mid-40s. Yeah, folks of color were not allowed in the lobby still. So the original exit and entrance is still up on the 2nd floor.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah. But we have his name is Benjamin.
Okay.
Benjamin is our 8-year-old. Rodney is his dad, and so Benjamin was known he was kind of mischievous.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, 8-year-old boy.
Yeah.
I can't.
Let's just, No, you can't imagine. So, Tori, you can imagine, because I know Cody at 8 years old could not keep his hands off of everything.
That's right.
He was.
I do have nephews.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, then you
Oh.
know.
I do know a little bit.
You know. So, yes, an 8-year-old boy, he would climb underneath the seats and tie gentlemen's shoelaces together.
Oh, no.
He was known for undoing the bows on the back of dresses and tying them to the back of the seat handles and things like this. So, Benjamin's my dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I say that with a smile because I know he's here, and he's interacted with us on many of occasions. But for the serious note, he's honestly, like, I mean, I've ghost hunted all over the country, right? This is what we do, right? That's the one that got me.
Really?
For sure. Oh yeah, for sure. Because I mean, not only because when he was. Okay, so he started working here with his dad, or he was here with his dad from 8 years old, and he was here till he was 10. So he's a 10-year-old boy, and I think me and him kind of hit it off, because whenever I'm like explaining equipment, he'll come down and mess with the equipment that I actually have turned on, showing people.
That's cool.
And we're like, Ben, can you touch that? Stuff will start to go off. And
It's kind of adorable though.
It's kind of
But
adorable.
I'm not the one that deals with it,
and
so
then-
I get it.
yeah, but the thing is, come on, you guys, we've heard all kinds of stuff come out of spirit boxes. We have, right? Like, get out, right? Or leave, or Courtney on stage, right, gets called a whore constantly. I get called an idiot, things like this. Like, and we'll talk more about him in a minute, but we've heard these things come through the spirit boxes, but when it's a 10-year-old boy and he's happy, it kind of blows everything that, to me, I wouldn't say the naysayers, but the people who are like, oh, you're chasing demons, you're chasing bad things, this is,
It shows not everything's evil. Which is sweet. That's very sweet.
Do you see what I'm saying? So it hits way different for me. Like, he's the one that I think about before I go to bed. Like, if a 10-year-old boy can be here, then where are we? Right? It kind of pushes the limit of your thinking a little bit.
It does.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's to me why he's so impactful. Is
That's so
a 10-year-old is not supposed to be here.
Yeah, but I think paranormal investigators, when you have a team and you're really associated with the location, sometimes there's always that spirit that's like family to you.
Well, they all are.
We
Yeah.
all have like at least one spirit that we find family.
Yeah.
Mine's Abigail Arnold's.
Yeah,
Yours
yeah.
is the little boy
Benjamin.
Benjamin.
Yeah.
I think that's so sweet because I think everybody's kind of like, we've created family.
Well, it's what it
It's
becomes.
yeah.
Well, how many times have we gone into somebody's home? I started doing home calls. I didn't start investigating big buildings. That was more for like the TV shows, and that's how they got into the buildings. I didn't. So when I started doing this when I was 19, 20 years old, like, I went into people's homes. That's where I made a breakthrough. And in people's homes, it's more parapsychology. You have to break everything down in
You
the
do.
home.
Yeah.
You have to separate everything, right? The husband's energy, the wife's energy. We got to take the kids to the other room. We have to talk to them. It's different, right? But when we come to this place, and when you sit down at home with people and you're like, what's going on in the house? And they're like, well, Fred's a part of the family, essentially. He's just here. Well, is he causing you guys issues? Well, no, but he's just here. Well, do you guys feel like he's part of the family? Of course we do.
That's great.
So that's what it kind of becomes for some people, is they're a part of the family. And of course, being in here for years now, we feel like they're all family.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really sweet.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, that makes my heart really happy.
Yeah, doesn't it?
It does.
That's what and that's what we try to teach people.
Yeah, that's what you're doing good then.
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to teach.
One of
We've
them
been
is
to other
cute.
places and they've tried to promote the evil side of things.
No,
only.
I'm over that.
That's not.
I'm calling it evil fatigue.
Yeah, good.
I'm calling it evil fatigue because I'm over it.
Yeah.
There's
Me
very
too.
there's very few times I've ever walked into a place and go, I need to go. There's twice.
Yeah.
Out of the thousands of investigations I've done over the years, there's been 2 times where I've walked in and go, whatever this is, it's either too strong for me or I don't feel right. Like, there's been twice.
Yeah, very minimal.
Very minimal, right? I mean, yeah. So my thing is what we're here to do is to teach people that it's not always what you see on TV, because I think ghost hunting has become such a theatrical, I need your views, I need your this, I need your that. One of my favorite shows was Your Father's. Because
You don't have to say that. He's here.
He preaches so much about your dad. You have no idea.
you really don't.
He's okay.
He's all right. He's
Well, that's just what my daughter
know. Well,
wanted
he's
you.
your-
Dad, you're okay. Just skip this part.
Because he used to go into locations, and whether they caught anything or not, they told you. They told you.
Yeah, that's exactly how we still run with taps today. I mean, that's how I was raised. Yeah.
Please, right? Like, this is what we need. If we go into a location and we don't catch anything, we don't need to pump it.
Yeah.
We need to sit there and go, hey, listen, this is what I caught, and it's pretty much very nil or nothing, right? But there might be something here. We're just not making itself super known.
Honest. Because if you're pushing fake things, you're not going to get real data.
Frank the demon in the back, I don't know why he didn't come out tonight. So when we bring people into the building, we really sit down and we try to teach people it's not what you see on television all the time. It's not this every 5 minutes something happens. We've had people leave here, give us a 2-star review and say that they didn't see a ghost.
Oh my gosh, we
Isn't
know.
that the worst?
Right?
know.
So,
Probably not the worst right there.
and and through my career as well, the things that I've seen or that have hit me right face to face have been like a handful, five or 6 things where I've seen things, and so that's what we're here to do, is to teach people that, hey, listen, these things are like our family, not like an enemy or a demon or a evil. We've had people come in here and they're like, oh my God, I sense evil, and we're like, just stop. This is a playhouse. You got to remember, there was flamboyant men that worked here. There was people like us that loved music that came here. It wasn't an evil spot. There's no mass murder here. There's no killer that came in here, right? Like these were people that lived here in the city or on the circuit and came here to perform.
We admire what you're pushing.
That's really good. Can I ask how many people, do you know how many people died here documented wise?
So 4 or 5?
Documented, yeah.
Documented.
Documented, yeah.
5?
Savannah is highly known for pushing things under the rug and hiding it.
Okay.
So there's not, just like we tell people, they don't document deaths in a historical building.
Okay.
They will say they died
Okay.
outside the building or on a street, more or less inside of a building.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So when
That's
you're
still done
sitting there
today.
looking
Very
at history,
interesting,
it's
yeah.
just like,
And then of course Savannah was super bad with history, so there's a lot of stuff that wasn't taken into account. And you got to remember, if we weren't the correct race, we didn't get spoke on.
yeah, yeah.
That's sad.
That's
You know
pretty
what I'm
sad.
saying?
We
But
had 2
that's-
great
that's-
fires that have washed away some of the documentations that we have. So.
Yeah. So there are stories of lore here, but the investigation. I mean, okay. So let me put it this way: when we first started coming into the building 5 years ago, like we got some names. Like we got Benjamin. We didn't know who the heck Benjamin was. We didn't know if he was older, if he was younger. We didn't know Bob and Bill in our dressing room. And then we actually come to find out that Bob and Bill ran this place for 20 years together.
Okay. That's neat.
Bobby's name is Bobby
Nice.
Patterson, and
Okay.
Bill's name was Bill Stars.
William, you prefer
He's preferred William,
See?
but if we
Whoa.
actually come over here, so you can actually see. This is the Wall of Stars, and it's dedicated to the memory
Oh.
of William Stars.
Oh yeah, right there.
Oh,
I love how
okay.
they still have the character
Mhm.
in the next life. Like you're like he prefers William. Like you're
Yeah, he
very
does.
strict about that.
Yeah, he does. He does prefer William, and we've told, because I still say Bill and Bob,
Mm-hmm.
and he was kind of known as Bill. But we've walked into the dressing room, have a spirit box on in there, and as soon as we walk in, I'm like, Bill and Bob are here, and it goes, it's William.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay. So let's take a walk. Let's go check it out.
Either
Alright.
way.
Yeah, absolutely. So this used to be the orchestra pit. Right here, we see people practicing on stage. And this right here, this staircase and that staircase used to actually be the orchestra pit in the building. It's still there. It's just covered with boards and carpet. So we're still stepping on the same floor in 1818. And this is what we do on a daily basis. Here weekly we do live shows. People come in here and practice. Of course we have all the lighting and the smoke machines. This is still a playhouse to this very day.
Wow.
So this is stage right area. This is a quick change area. This is where the staircase would have went down to the dressing rooms underneath.
Oh.
And of course, back in the 1800s, we didn't have emergency exits. Now, later in the 1800s, those became terraces.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what essentially would become the fire exits, they were essentially a terrace. So you would be able to walk outside, say for the actors or actress, get some fresh air. They also had terraces for the lobby area, so that's what the two front emergency exits were originally terraces when they added them into the building.
Do they have original photos or anything of the theater that might show this?
There are some original photos.
Yeah.
And before we ever do anything big or anything like that, if you guys want to come back and hang out, I'll try to get all that stuff for you.
Okay.
We have, me and Courtney ourselves, we have newspaper articles and old postcards from, we actually have one from, I think, 1920. And then actually on the back of the card it says, having a blast, getting ready to go out for a tour.
Wow.
Right? And this is from back in the early 1900s, so we've been telling stories here in Savannah for quite some time. We've also found things from the late 1800s where people are like going out for a tour in the oldest city that we can find. Right? So there are some pictures that are out there. Yes, they're on the wall that we were showing. I was showing you some of the actors and actresses. There is pictures of what this place used to look
I'll
like.
have
Yeah.
to look. I
Cool.
wasn't looking. I got already caught up in the views. So.
Now, in this one we have, now this one's a spot of lore.
Okay.
It has been, it's lore that has kind of been validated.
Okay.
Interesting.
So we didn't know what we had back here. I just knew that his name was Steven. Steve or Steven. That's the name that I kept getting back here. Recordings, spirit box, because you got to understand, when we rigged this building up for people to do the tour, right there I have a portal. I literally have a portal that sits right here.
Okay.
We got REM pods that'll sit here on a table or something of that sort. We'll have trigger plates and trigger objects for you in here. Like we rig it up to where you don't have to do anything. You just go from room to room.
Okay.
Wow.
So when I started coming in here, of course, we started getting the name Steve or Steven.
Wow.
And didn't know who he was or what the deal was. Me and John, one of the old owners of our old company, we walked in here one night and he goes, what did you do it with? Or how did it happen? And it said rope.
Okay.
That's all we got. So we didn't really know what was going on. And then we had a psychic come in and she goes, well, who's the guy that's the catwalk operator? And I was like, what? And she goes, his name's Steve or Steven.
Oh,
And I go,
wow.
holy crap, right?
Wow.
And she goes, well, I don't know if it was on purpose or an accident or if he got caught in the rigging, but he's showing me basically rope from the catwalk and being caught in it.
Oh.
And so I was like, time frame, and she said early 90s of the 1900s, right?
Okay.
My teenage years, right? That's a good time. But in the early 90s, and yeah, and so we ended up having a couple come, and he goes, you know what? He goes, that's crazy, because I tell people this is what we found, and we tell people, we try to be honest, right? And he goes, you know what's crazy? He goes, my parents graduated in like 92, 93 from SCAD, and because we believe that he might have been going to like a school. And he calls the parents from the lobby. He says, hey, did you guys ever have like a Steve or a Steven that committed suicide while you were in class? And they said, yeah, absolutely. We actually had a gentleman named Steven that was your dad's good friend that actually committed suicide. And nobody would say where it was.
Okay.
Now, if we can relate these two stories, I don't know. But it kind of makes sense that maybe he was going to school. He was working here part-time. I have asked Steven, what was it? Like, what it... So I come back here and I try to I've been in that situation, right? Where I wasn't the happiest and I was thinking about certain things, right? And I was like, so I got in that mode. I got kind of emotional about it. I came back here and I'm like, Steven, dude, like, talk to me. Like, what was it? What happened? And he says, girlfriend. So I believe it was a girl that was kind of the straw that broke the back, right? So Steven is quite mouthy.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Is that where the words, certain choice words?
Oh, yes.
Is very wide.
His dictionary is very wide with
Colorful,
frustrated words.
Okay.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm catching the drift, yeah.
Yeah, he says idiot. He calls Courtney. We got about 10 videos where Courtney walks in here and he goes,
Wow.
Okay.
I walked
I'm
in
sorry.
here and
Oh, I did it to myself. I did it because I broke his heart again. We were just talking about how they're all family, right? We have a joke that Steven's my ghost boyfriend. Miss
Okay.
Lizzie is his ghost girlfriend.
Okay.
Okay. And well, Steven, we have a video where I was back here setting up our portal, our spirit box, and I was talking about I was wearing a dress. I was wearing a Victorian style dress, and I asked Steven what he thought about it. He was up there watching the cameras when this all happened, so he's watching everything.
and she
go
walks
out.
around the corner. I'm like, he doesn't like shit.
And I go to walk out of this room right here where he's at, and it goes, "You look perfect."
Wow.
And so ever since then, I declared him as my ghost boyfriend.
Oh.
Well, some things happened, and to where we found another voice that kind of came back, or another guy that we don't know why he's here. His name's Brian, and he spoke to me while I was trying to go under the stage, as he was trying to shove me into the little hole that we had that goes under the stage. And I had a spirit box in my hand. Well, apparently there's a guy named Brian here that did respond to us. And he came back a second time, and I came back here completely forgetting about Steven's past sometimes. And I said, Steven, I have a new ghost boyfriend. His name is Brian.
Uh-oh.
And that's where the
That
words
set
are
it
all
off.
coming from.
Ended the relationship. And I mean, when I tell you it halted the activity in this place,
Shout out
like, I mean, as
Ghost
far as this
Girlfriend.
area or from Steven, period, what do you think, 3 months?
3 months. 3 months.
We literally had multiple friends come back that come here like on a every other weekly basis, and they're like, "Where's Steven?" And I'm like, "There's no way, dude." And we were we wouldn't say anything. I was like, I don't know, maybe he's just not out tonight. You know, maybe he's not doing his thing or whatever. And it kept happening, and it kept happening, and kept happening. And so I finally told Courtney, I was like, get your rear end back there. And you need to tell him you're sorry and that you love him and that we need him to work.
Has it sort of dialed down since you apologize?
Yeah, no, yeah, he comes back. Oh,
Okay.
he's been here. The other night I walked in here, and I tell a story a lot of times when I'm on tour, and I'm like, so I've walked in here before, and he goes, you're a D-head.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
Oh, like
and literally as
you
I
know.
said, I go, hey guys, when I come in here, a lot of times he'll say, you're a D-head, and it goes, D-head, right over the spirit box, and the guy goes, that's what I just said, and I was like, everybody in the group flipped out, and I was like, I'm not lying
He
to
was
you
like,
guys.
watch, I'll show you.
Yeah, I'll show you, and I'm not lying to you. Now, and that's the thing is you know, in the past, in the past like year, I've really, because I was all a factual type person myself, but I think we also got to remember that there's stories. There's stories to these things, and they could be coming from factual based things, right? Because we all, in the past 15 years, 20 years, we want to find the truth, right? And there is truth to be found, but I also think we need to remember the stories. There's stories here in Savannah that aren't even told anymore because fact checkers have fact checked them so hard that nobody can tell them anymore. And I think that we need to stick to lore as well. Like, there is factual things, but we know who we have here. We know who's here. If you don't believe the story, I don't care.
Yeah, there's going to be some things you just can't prove to an extent that people are okay with. And also, I think telling stories and lore can act as like a tulpa, ultimately. Like, it can create energy. It can create hauntings.
Well, either that or do we do it? Because
Like, we're manifesting that.
if we want to get into that, yeah, I know people right now that are running experience about manifestation, and they have it on it's scientifically documented now, like how they're doing this and how each week they're pumping this thing full of energy about this story that they created, and they're basically going to go around the country and be like, here's the box.
Yeah.
See what you get from it. See if it's something that we can actually manifest or create. Is it something that over the past 200 years that we've manifested and created?
Interesting. I believe it's possible. I believe it's possible.
If you put enough time and energy into Steven, what is that going to do? I think we pump him with enough energy, like a PK manifestation or some kind of poltergeist. You know, can we create that by everybody talking about it for the past 30, 40 years?
Yeah.
So, and the thing is I think there's an art to storytelling, and I think that we need to really remember that there's an art to storytelling and there's an art to the stories, and that's how we always got stories. We didn't always write things down, so that's why I love this place. Is you don't have to believe the stories, just wait. Just wait and see what happens. Yeah. No, this is the wall from 1818, you guys.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So this wall still, of course, has soot from the 48 fire.
Yeah, I see the dark spots.
Wow.
So this has not been touched ever since. This has stayed where it was at.
Oh.
That's so cool.
So this is the stage left, quick change area. Of course, we would be standing on top of what used to be the women's dressing room.
Okay.
So the women's dressing room would be right underneath us. In that fire in 1828, this is where everybody was found. And the only thing that I could think of was, of course, we didn't have emergency exits then. They weren't built into the building. And then if we had our exit blocked by fire, where else are we going to go? And they probably had to make a decision to come back here to try to ride that fire out. Like, hey, let's just go to the furthest point away from what's going on and see if we can put this out. Well, it was too hot. It was like an oven underneath the stage. So that's
really
too bad.
So this is where we get Elizabeth from, and I wouldn't say she's stuck back here. Elizabeth travels through the building. This is her playhouse. She had just signed a circuit bill, and she was asked to do a show here. She opened it up. Within a month, they were like, let's get this girl traveling. Signed her onto a circuit bill, and she ended up losing her life here in the building. And so that's where the house story comes from the building.
Wow.
So sad.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy because the building is, of course, have been renovated and we've always built onto these 1818 walls, but we do have right above us, this is an old manager's office.
Okay.
Oh.
And then there's also a manager's office on the third story of the building as well.
Interesting.
So there's actually doors to these rooms that the only way you can get to them is through the jankies.
And it's very sketchy. I climbed
Oh,
So if you,
yeah.
if, you
wow.
come out,
Oh.
if you come over here, you can see these are doors right here.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Ah.
That's great.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it looks creepy.
Oh,
Doesn't
yeah.
it though?
Really creepy.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. There it is. Oh, wow.
That's one of the creepiest spots in the building, I think. I don't know why. It just
that's-
always gave me the.
Yeah, that's creepy.
I wouldn't go up that ladder. I
Yeah,
value
me
my
neither.
life.
I would never want to go
I
up
can't
that
climb
ladder.
ladders.
Yeah, I set up the cameras.
All the
We do put a camera on the catwalk.
Yeah. All the
Oh,
high
really?
poles.
Yeah, because we tell people they can't climb the ladder, and if I was coming here on tour, I'd be like, well, then show me up there. Show me there.
Yeah.
So I know that one of you are hiding there.
Good.
Right?
Oh yeah.
So, did you willingly climb the ladder?
I did.
Okay.
Oh,
I actually wanted to explore every nook and cranny of this building to see what type of history lies in between it.
That's cool.
So I have climbed that ladder and gotten to those two doors of the manager's
Good.
office.
I'm glad they didn't just go, hey, you're the smallest and easiest to climb the ladder.
Well,
Like,
okay,
just
there was
go.
one point one of the managers of this building was like, "Hey, I found a little hidey hole up in the projection
Go down
booth. Can the ghost people do it?" And so she told me about it, and I actually found who was the Jimmy Carter
Jimmy.
recently lost, right?
Yeah.
And it was kind of weird because the day before that happened, no, it was the day after
Yeah.
Jimmy Carter passed.
Yeah.
I climbed up into the little hidey hole in the projection room, and I found old newspaper articles stating his inauguration.
Oh wow. That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty
And
neat.
it was burnt.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty
So
neat.
we do have those at the house. It was kind of
See, that's what I'm saying. There has been things that have been found here that do put history to the building. I mean, like I was telling them about the postcards that we got off of eBay.
which is kind of weird.
And the newspaper articles and things like this. And so, I think collectively, when we go to the theater and everything, we can pull a bunch of cool stuff to at least just put on camera.
Yeah,
Of old playbills and stuff like that we can actually show.
that would be super
A
neat.
pair of shoes, 16
Alright,
cents or whatever it was at
Yeah.
the time, and things like that. It's pretty neat.
People
It's
love
really
that
neat.
stuff. Yeah.
Investing
That's
area
right, dude.
opens up some cool doorways.
Doesn't it?
It does.
They're rehearsing for a show.
So this is what we call creepy hallway.
Creepy hallway.
Creepy hallways.
Yeah, so you got to think for the past 70 years, since the fire of 1948, we finally took the dressing rooms out from underneath the stage itself, and we built them right behind me.
Okay.
Right, so this now becomes, I call it the dog run, but it's basically the run to the stage where everybody gets dressed behind me, and then everybody, of course, bolts out to the stage. Anxiety, excitement. Of course, I believe that this is probably more residual.
Yeah.
a lot
Oh
of
yeah.
energy.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of energy. And then we come into, hello? Ladies' dressing room. And it's really weird to me why the ladies get less room than the gentlemen.
You think with the costumes and things like that,
You know?
it should be switched a little
Yeah.
bit.
Now this room is one of our, can I say more active? I don't like doing that. I never guarantee anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never guarantee anything. I can't guarantee anything because we know how ghost hunts go. But to me, this tends to be one of the more energetic rooms of the building. And I think it's because of the Bill and Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where we believe we have Bill and Bob. Of course, both of them worked here. We talked about them earlier. And Bobby Patterson worked here, choreographer, director, producer. Then you also had Bill Stars, which he did the same thing. He was basically play director of the building for about 20 years. And so this is their spot.
Wow.
We got to imagine that we get ready in here. Right? So we're getting ready for the show, and we're like, oh, Cody, let's go, bro. You ready for this, right? Or,
Charging the
Tori, are you
room
ready
up.
for this? And we're like, yeah, high five. And hold on, let me take a shot real quick. Let's kill the nerves a little bit, right? And so we come in here, and we gather around, we tink the glasses, we shoot it down, and we head out towards the stage. And we get out there and we perform because all we want to do is just have it done already. We want to be performing in there, and that's that moment, right? Like you ask any performer, and it's like, where do you want to be right now? And they're like, on the stage performing and halfway done.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah, it is. And then, of course, this is where we decompress,
Right.
right? This is where we come in to decompress. We come off the stage, and we're like, oh God, all right, now I can take the shoes off. I can rest for a minute. Or even in between, just the breaks in between the sets. This is where we come to hang out, to chill out. This is it. I've walked in here on many occasions in adult shows, and there'd be White Claws, sitting on the countertops. And this is what we do.
That sounds pretty cool.
Pretty, you know what I'm saying?
pretty
So
cool.
this is it. This is the decompression. This is the excitement when it happens. So I think it does energetically have a little bit more to it, because this is where we all get stoked. This is where we get excited. We get
Big time, yeah.
nervous, and then we head out to the stage, and boom.
Yeah.
This is cool. Thank you for taking us back here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're not just going to show it to you halfway and be like, well, there it is.
Oh, this is super cool.
Right? You guys want to go upstairs?
There's an upstairs.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Sure,
of course we
lead
do.
the way. This
Let's
is
go.
this is your place.
All right.
Follow me.
All right, we're going upstairs.
Oh, wow. I remember that. I remember when it looks like
This
this.
used to be way longer.
I
Really?
remember
Yeah, so
watching it at the...
In the 50s, of course, when we rebuilt after
I think it was,
Benjamin's fire. We shortened it up. But this used to go about 3/4 of the way into the auditorium.
Oh, wow.
Would have had a big U cut in the middle of it. Had seating on both sides. And, yeah, we would have had third-story balcony seating as well.
Wow.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Oh.
Yeah.
So this is Alexander Telfair's building. Alexander Telfair, governor in Georgia, early 1800s, settles here in Savannah. If you guys wanted to leave here and go down to Telfair Square, you're going to find his mansion. You're going to find his museum as well.
Wow, okay.
Whoa.
But this is his theater.
Wow. It's amazing.
Oh.
You know what's even more amazing is a gentleman named William J. built this place in 9 months.
9 months.
9
Back
months.
then, that is fast.
Yeah, we can't even get a permit nowadays that fast, Cody, right? Honestly.
You can get the permit, the stuff to build.
You can't do anything in 9 months. It took me 3 years to build my house
Oh my gosh.
during COVID,
That is
right?
crazy.
So we can only imagine. And then it's still standing here 207 years later.
Yeah.
Built from the ground.
That's the remarkable part. It took 9 months to build, and it stands 207 years later. Now this is where Rodney would have ran while this place was on fire. He would have ran over here to try to find Benjamin. Benjamin was actually trampled in the staircase behind me by adults.
No.
We've never been in that situation. You don't know what I'm talking about. But I was actually in the situation in the Fillmore Theater in San Francisco, and there was a pyrotechnic issue, and there was one door in and one door out. And let me tell you, it was complete insanity. I've never seen anything like it in my life, and it was completely terrifying. So much so that me and my buddy had to go to the hospital for anxiety.
I bet.
It was that bad, right? I'd never seen anything like it. So
I bet.
you can only imagine that the staircase would have been full of people in panic. Ooh, warm.
Oh, yeah. Just go out to the street? Is that what?
Yes, so this was the original segregated entrance and exit, so this would have exited right on the street, basically.
Oh.
But you can see here, we got toys for Ben. He loves red cars. So we got a bunch of toys for him. He has his own piggy bank. People leave him money.
Oh.
Yep.
Poor sweet
Maybe we
baby.
should give him something,
Yeah.
something for his bank here.
Yeah, we should. I hope everybody treats him kindly.
Yeah, and that's what we make sure of, honestly.
Good. All right. Let's see what I got here. All
I
right.
leave him some coins. Get a candy bar.
All right, Benjamin.
People left candy in here.
Yeah,
I'm like,
oh,
why?
I can't imagine what it
Why would
smells.
you do that
There you
to
go.
us?
Hey guys, I've decided I'm gonna.
I get it, it's for Ben, but
He'll
Ben,
have it for the other side. Don't leave the candy.
but Ben makes the best.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then,
Oh, that's cool.
so we do have, this used to be an old projection room
Oh, wow.
here, and it's now a wardrobe.
Yeah.
So we keep all like the,
So no more movies here?
no.
Interesting.
Well, yes, no, Yes.
Yes
kind
and
of,
no.
Yeah.
Yes, no, yes,
we do
no.
have.
Yeah.
We're actually, me and Courtney are going to try to spearhead next year, or within this next year. We wanted to get the MacabreCon over with, but we wanted to spearhead this year actually doing movies here because we have a screen that literally takes up the whole stage.
Wow.
There is a HD projector here, so we actually are going to do movies. We're going to do The Conjuring and have, hopefully you guys come with Andrea.
That'd be cool.
And play
Yeah,
the
I'm down.
movies and then actually sit down and have a conversation because you guys ran the place, right? You
Yeah,
guys
we
were
lived
there all
there.
the time.
Yeah.
Right, so I want you there as well, and it's something that we can do things like this. We can play movies and then have people here to actually talk about it, or even on Friday the 13th, play Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
That
of course.
You know what I mean?
horror movie night, yeah.
So that's something that we
Some
thought
of the
about.
classic horror movies, I would definitely come
You
to
could
see
do
that.
horror movies, get people scared, and then be like, all right, we're going to go investigate.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Get them all freaked out. And lights off.
Yeah,
Right?
there you go.
And that's the best part about when we come in here at night is everything's off. We turn everything off to where you're in, I wouldn't say complete darkness. There is some ambient light from our laser grids and stuff
Just
like
enough
this.
to change the vibe for people.
Yes. And people come in and I go, the first thing I tell them, I was like, all right, you guys, if you thought you were going to come here and see a ghost hunter investigate for you, no pun intended, but you're dead wrong. And people just go,
Oh, great.
what? Huh? And I was like, yeah, did you think you're going to come here and watch me investigate? No,
Yeah,
I'm going to
no,
watch
you're
you
doing it.
investigate.
That's right.
So here's the equipment. Here's your earphones. Here's your K2 meter.
We did that at the Conjuring house too. We take them to the well. Be like, yeah, this is scary, right? Or which one of
Yeah.
you is going to be sitting down here by yourself? Oh,
Yeah.
we're listening to you upstairs.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
That, you know,
Yeah.
like we want them to be in it.
Well, if my rear end pucker's going to stage right in the dark, so should yours.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why not, dude? If I get scared walking around this place in the dark by myself, then why shouldn't you? There's a safety net if I'm with you, you know?
That's
So.
great.
Now, in the projection room, we do have a story about Old Man George. Old Man George used to work here. He was in his early 80s. And he actually had a massive heart attack up there.
Uh,
That's a long life.
Yeah, Old Man George. Yeah. So I have a friend that his name is Chris Susi. And Chris Susi used to work here. And he worked with a gentleman here in the 90s. And he goes, oh, yeah, we were here the night Old Man George passed away. So it was like a known thing that Old Man George was here. Supposedly he liked AM, FM radio for his ball games. And he would smoke on his stogie. I guess all the youngsters used to open up the hatch for the roof so he could sit up there and his stogie smoke would go out the top of the room.
Do you play radio for him?
Yeah. We tell people to go up there. Well, he's kind of cantankerous.
Okay.
interesting.
He's kind of a cantankerous old man. I kind of think of him like my grandpa. Like my grandpa I love dearly, but you know,
Yeah.
he could have his moments.
Yeah.
And I think when people go up there and mess with his stuff is when he starts to kind of like,
Laugh out a little bit.
He's like, oh my goodness gracious, why are you in here in my spot? Like, you're not supposed to be touching anything. Like,
Sure,
why
yeah.
are you nuisances here? That's kind of the way I think of George.
Sure.
Good.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see everybody's character in different parts of the theater.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. And so, you guys, that's the historic Savannah Theater.
Wow.
Thank you so much for showing us
Yeah.
around.
Yeah. I love that you guys came just to check it out. I mean, we love showing it to people.
We love seeing it. I think our viewers are going to love seeing it. I'm
For
not
sure.
kidding when I say there are some people that watch us that are like, I didn't know this place existed. I'm going to book it tomorrow. and
Isn't that
come
what we
see."
all do?
Yeah, we try to connect everybody.
Yeah.
I think that's really important. For our viewers watching, can you just let them know how to find you guys? If you
Yeah.
have any-
So Ghost Coast Paranormal on any social media.
Okay.
So TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, it's Ghost Coast Paranormal. You can always reach us through there, no problem. You can also book a ticket through the Historic Savannah Theater website.
Okay.
So just go straight on there, and it actually is the first thing that pops up, and it says Paranormal Investigation. You can book there. If it's somebody that has been here before, we never charge you full price if you have been here. So if you're a returning customer, we cut you a break. So get a hold of me and Courtney specifically, and we'll make sure that you guys get that price break. And then, where else?
We do our live investigations.
Oh, yeah,
so
we do YouTube live
every,
investigations.
Every night we go live,
Wow.
which you've been
I
a part
have.
of. You-
I've randomly scrolled on
Yep.
TikTok sometimes,
Yeah.
and it'll be like live from Old Savannah Theater.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just gonna troll the chat a little
Yeah.
bit and see what they're doing. So yes, that's definitely one way to find you guys, because that's how I did.
And if all else fails, just contact us on any of our social media platforms, because Courtney is on that stuff 24/7 every day. Me, not so much. I'm like,
She's gotten back to me so fast when I emailed, I will say, and I feel bad because I probably should have texted, but I'm like trying to get connection, and as soon as I send an email, it's like a response within an hour. I'm like, wow, she's on it.
as I'm telling you, me, it would be a week.
I'm that way.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I would be like,
He doesn't message me back.
she would have to go, did you message them back? And I'll be like, no, I'll do it right now.
That's
Tech
me.
savvy, I gotta stay on it.
Yeah.
She is on top of the game for sure. So.
All right, and that is it. The Savannah Theater is really a beautiful place. We really enjoyed our time there, although it was short. We learned a bunch of history and some ghost stories, which is really cool. Make sure you check the description down below to find the links on where you can book a ticket to one of their investigations or to get a tour. Micah and Courtney are awesome, and they run some pretty cool events too. So definitely check them out. Check out Savannah, and let us know if you come and visit. Tell them that Cody and Satori sent you. All right, good night. Bye.
I ain't gonna lie though, it looks like a very beautiful theaters. I remember when I was in 10th grade, I was in Oak Park High School, and it looks like this from the theaters because it's for like performing and stuff. And I ain't gonna lie though, it looks actually amazing seeing this because, I mean, seeing like that, I just thought about it because I haven't been somewhere during it. I was at Georgia. I would like to go back there once again and see Savannah and Atlanta as well because I know it's a lot of fun thing I need to do because but it looks actually an amazing place right there in the Haunted Theaters. Shout out to Cold Ghost Paranormal. I might subscribe to them. Hopefully I might find it. But yeah, man. But let me know what y'all think about it, man. And comment down below what you think about it. And I'll see you next video.